What's up? It's Dana Blair, founder and creator of I Have Never Been That Girl. And as you follow the site and you follow us on social media, um, this movement was started to create conversations. And many of you write in and you ask about some of the different women that we featured, why we chose those women. Some of you have asked us to connect you with these women, or you've really identified with their stories. But I received quite a bit of questions about my hair or lack thereof. So I'm entitling this video, it's my last damn hair video. I don't want to keep talking about hair over and over again. I feel like there are just so many more things to talk about in life and in the world. I probably would not have felt that way. When did I first cut it? I started going this short in about 2012. But now I just feel like there's just other things to talk about and I really don't think about it. I worry more about what sunscreen I'm gonna put on my head when I go outside in the summer, or how I'm gonna keep it moisturized during the winter whenever it starts snowing than anything else. So I have your questions laid out here in front of me and I'm going to answer them. And I won't talk about it no more. Maybe every now and then you can email me if you missed this piece, but I really don't want to talk about it no more. Okay, so why? I've covered this before in some other videos, but I first cut my hair in Bahia. I felt like it had to go. I had a little short, relaxed pixie cut. It was fine. It was cute. It was a style that I've done forever. I've done pretty much damn near every hairstyle and every hair color known to man. I've never worn a weave. That's the one thing I've never done. I've worn wigs, for video shoots, but I've never worn a weave or anything like that before. And I've never worn a wig in my day-to-day life before, but I've done braids. I mean, I was a dancer. What girl has not done braids? The whole shebang, right? Right. And a very good friend of mine was there in Bahia with me, and she didn't understand, but I was like, I gotta cut this ish off. And I didn't go this short. It's like maybe like a half an inch-ish all around. And the ends were still relaxed, so I kind of had a little funky situation happening. Forgot I did it, freaked out. Literally, I forgot I did it until I walked into the bathroom the next morning. And I have a bad habit of doing that. I'm like that with tattoos, getting my nails done. I'll forget it happened until it happens, and I see myself with it. I was in a bad space. I was in an unhealthy relationship. I was trying to figure out a lot of things about myself, and I just felt like it had to go. It's almost like it itched me. I was a girl who I had any and every hair apparatus you want in your bathroom, from 3 different flat irons to curling irons, blow dryers. I had tail combs. I could do my own spot, my own relaxer if I need to. I did pretty much everything except cut my hair. Highlights, colors, you name it. And I always had a really thick head of hair, and I knew how to take care of it. I was just really good. I just knew how to take care of it. I worked out a lot. I wasn't going to sacrifice working out, and I wasn't going to sacrifice looking good, honey. So my bathroom, thank God I live by myself, I took over with hair stuff. I even had a hooded dryer. Do my own roller set, honey. So it was a big transition for me. Then it bothered me that I didn't like looking at myself in the mirror. I felt extremely unattractive. Why am I doing this? My nose is too big. My eyes are too big. I don't have boobs. So do I really look like a boy right now? I don't have the best skin at all. Shout out to the natural face movement and Alicia Keys, because I'm not wearing any makeup right now. I don't know if this filter is helping. And it created all of these, not created, it highlighted all of these insecurities that I already had in terms of my aesthetic. And, there's people who will try to play on that and will identify that, but I didn't sit in that pocket too long, to be quite honest with you. And I slowly became comfortable with it. I became so comfortable, I kept getting shorter and shorter and shorter from my little TWA to what you see now. I became addicted to the ease of it. It was a good conversation starter, don't get me wrong, but I kind of got tired of hearing the same questions over and over again and having to explain myself. Whenever you see women with buzzed heads, one, you think they're sick, there's something wrong with them. They're going through something and it's not by choice. 2, you see celebrities who have done it. Tons and tons of celebrities, from Amber Rose to Demi Moore, supermodels. People do it for roles. And society's okay with that because it makes sense. Like, oh, she didn't really choose to do that to herself. She did it for a paycheck. She did it for a statement. She did it for this. She didn't really choose to do that for herself because that's not what she would really want to do. And society becomes very comfortable with that. So I found myself encountering that quite a bit. And then there are the assumptions that are made. Some people assume you're in chemotherapy or you're a lesbian. automatically, off jump. You just have to deal with those stereotypes. The same way if you wear a crop top and a too short tight skirt, some people gonna think you a hoe. It just comes with the territory. Get over yourself. You're gonna be all right. Because if that is a deterrent for the person that you want to be in your life, you don't want them in your life. Okay. So here's some of the questions. Why? I just explained why. I often got, you're gonna grow it back, right? So right after I started cutting it really, really short, I found that Black women ask me this the most. Non-Black, non-Latina people thought it was the greatest thing ever. The question of when I was going to grow it back never crossed their mind. And I asked one of my coworkers one day, I said, why do people keep asking me that? When are you going to grow it back? Why do they keep asking me that? And she says, because, Dana, you had such pretty hair. You had good hair. And I was like, what the? So that's what we talk about? So if I didn't have pretty hair, or if I didn't look nice with hair, it would have been okay for me to cut it all off, because it's like I wasn't really losing anything. And that bothered me, especially coming from another Black woman. It really, really bothered me. And then I heard, well, you're light skinned, so you can do that. You can get away with that. They're going to look at a light skinned woman differently than they are a darker skinned woman doing it. And I was like, are we really having this conversation? And it could be my ignorance. It could be me just being taken aback, because for me, that was not my motivation. That's not even something that I thought about. I have so many other battles and hurdles that I fight on a day-to-day basis, trying to be a freaking entrepreneur and having a smart-ass mouth and not wanting to settle with mediocrity than this, you know? So yeah, I'll grow it back probably, not because I'm trying to prove something, but because, you know, I'm a woman. I like to change my mind. And sometimes you get bored. The same way if a girl decides to cut bangs one day or to get highlights one day, it doesn't mean she's going to keep that forever. She just wants to change. So, whenever I feel like making that change, I'll make that change. I'm not trying to make a statement. I'm not uber conscious, though I love to read and I can have those conversations with you. It's nothing more than me being in my skin and in my space. And I just find it fascinating that people are very bothered by that. They need to have a reason as to why you did that. Biggest question, as I kind of touched upon earlier. Do guys ask you out? Yes, they do. Shocker. I know. I actually got hit on more the shorter my hair got than anything else. To me, my interpretation is I'm pretty plain Jane. So I actually got a lot more attention from men of all ethnic groups, especially Black men, when I cut my hair. I don't know why. I can't explain it. They always say, oh, it means you're confident. It means you're comfortable in your own skin. Now, brother, you know what comes with that. That means if you being janky, I'm going to let you know. Slow blink moves hair. So it didn't really affect my dating life. I affected my dating life because the more I became comfortable with my own skin and who I was and drawing my lines in the sand, I was like, yeah, we're not even gonna make it to coffee. It's not gonna work. We ain't gonna work. No, so I didn't even notice anything. People do say stupid things to you. I was actually not even dating, but like building a something situation with this guy. And we were at dinner and he told me that one of his friends wanted to know who he was hanging out with or going to be hanging out with at this particular moment or whatever. And he said he showed the guy a picture of me. And the dude said, oh, she looks weird. And his response was, yeah, that's why I like her. Now, part of me was thinking, this grown-ass man doesn't realize you don't say that to a woman you're out having dinner with in a romantic location, whether y'all are more than friends or not. And then in my head, I said, oh, I'm going to treat this like I was Jesus. All he has to do is see to believe. I'll have him want to date me too. But that's the confidence in me. Dana from before would have never had that confidence or been that bold. I would have probably been like, oh my God, do I need to go back out? Do I need to, what needs to happen? So then I was like, whatever, I'll grab him. I'll grab your man too. He'll want to take me out too. And he won't say no dumb shit. So, people will say stupid things to you. People will ask to touch your head. Some people won't even ask. They'll just reach out and start touching your head. And they think it's fun. It's like they can't control themselves and they don't realize they're disrespecting your space, or they're shocked that you don't want them touching you. Clubs. trains, different venues, restaurants. People will touch your head or try to touch your head. This happens to me quite a bit. A lot of my friends did not believe it until we would start hanging out more, going out, and people would try to do it. I've gotten real good with the block. And then also say, look, if I had a weave or if I just got my hair done, you would never, ever reach for my head. So why would you do this? It's kind of like when people reach in for a pregnant woman's belly. Don't do that. You wouldn't just start rubbing her stomach at the grocery store. You wouldn't start rubbing a strange person's stomach. Some of y'all would. In the club, why are you doing this now? So that creeps me out. Don't do it. It's not sexy. It's not attractive. It's not flattering. I don't know where your hands have been. Don't do it. Why? This is kind of coupled into why, but just to say, this is not about anybody else. If you're bald and you're a woman, you're completely vulnerable to the world and you're exposing yourself to the world. If you're having a bad day, you can't hide behind it. You can get some good glasses, but if you're hormonal and you're breaking out, you can't hide. You're putting everything out there. And that's something that you have to deal with and live with and figure out and hear. It's not about anybody else. I don't do anything to my physical appearance that I have to live with for anybody else. This is not a bad haircut. It's not like you got a bad bob and you're standing in the mirror and you think one side's slightly longer than the other and it's something that you can fix. It's like a tattoo on your face. Once you do it, you do it. You kind of want to be sure. It's going to take you some time to grow it out if you feel like it's a bad decision. So I don't do this for anybody else. I did once have a former boss, he's SVP at a pretty big network, say, I think you're doing this for attention. Now the smart ass in me, the first thing I thought was, I was getting attention before this. Then I was like, well, why would you feel that way? And he's a Caucasian male, and he said, well, because I don't understand why you would do this. And again, it goes back to that justification and people feeling like I need attention or there needs to be a reason. If you want attention as a woman, especially in New York City, shaving your head is not necessarily high on the attention getting list. Okay? You could throw a short skirt and a pair of high heels and a good lip and you'll be fine. And pretty much in any market in the world. And I'm not trying to be a rebel. Again, I'm not trying to do anything for anyone else. I live in New York City. I live in Brooklyn. At any given moment, there's 15 chicks on the block that look just like me. This is not some revolutionary thing. I actually saw a really dope Asian chick the other day with a buzz cut. I'll try to go to Taco Tuesday the other day. So this is not a big deal here. But when I travel to different parts of the world, cultures, or when I go back to small town, rural Alexandria, Louisiana, where I'm from, people are like, what's wrong with Dana? She got the chemo. She got the sickness. It's different things that aren't accepted. I'm not trying to be a rebel. I feel like I'm a rebel because I'm living life on my own terms in various ways, across various spectrums. Not just a haircut. It's not for everyone. This ain't for everybody. Same way that, what was that haircut that Rachel from Friends did? That little layered situation? That was not for everybody, and we all know everybody tried that haircut. Everybody tried the Halle Berry cut. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What other haircut did everybody try? Not every man can do the man bun. So there's certain things that are not for everybody. I would say this is not for everybody. What is for everybody is doing something that pushes you out of your comfort zone, that forces you to step back and look at yourself and see who you are. Because who you are comes from the inside. And that sounds corny as fuck, but it's the truth. Who I am. If I'm feeling good on the inside and I'm feeling good about me, everybody's going to see that. When I'm having a bad day, everybody's going to see that. If I'm down on D, everybody sees that. And that's the same with all of you. When you're having a good day, you got your bop in your step. Your clothes looking right. You're having a good hair day. Your man said he loved you. Your girl did a little something extra for you. Whatever the case may be, you that carries with you. So everybody gonna know. And it's not about what you want others to see. It's about how you see yourself. And that's a lesson I wish I learned at a much, much younger age, like 10 years ago. It's so empowering. So I'm not trying to prove a point. I'm not trying to do this for everybody else. I'm not trying to be a rebel about it. I don't want you touching my head. Yes, I still have dates. Yes, I still go out. Yes, I still, eat food and drink water. I don't know. I find it fascinating that me being this makes or can make so many people uncomfortable. Enough so where I felt like I had to make a video about it. So this for me is my last hair video. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. Maybe I'll go play with some wigs or something one day. But those things get hot. It gets hot under there. A hair hat. Keep your questions coming. Whatever you want to talk about, I'll be nice about it. And I look forward to hearing from you. Ciao.